Today on Frank's World TV, DC gets a device lab. Welcome back to Frank's World TV. I'm your host, Frank Lavinia. Last Friday, I had the chance to attend the grand opening of the DC Device Lab. What's a device lab, you ask? That's a good question. Think of a device lab like a lending library, but instead of for books or movies, it's actually for devices. So that means that small entrepreneurs and one-person type of design shops can test their designs, their web designs, their CSS, and how well they respond across different platforms for a modest fee. But that's enough for me. Maybe you should check out what happened at the event.
This has been quite the labor of love, and I've been honored to be the one leading the charge. The community really stepped up. They saw the need, and they took action. The response has been palpable, and rightly so, because clearly we've seen what a potential resource this would be. DC Device Lab stands to ensure that every app and website a developer makes will be the highest quality product possible. We want nothing but the best to come out of DC. It's also a great place to just experiment and to play. And we have the best security here. We opened today as one of the largest ODLs in the country, touting about 32 devices, surpassed only, I believe, by two other labs, one in Portland, Oregon, and the other in Silicon Valley. That is incredible. And it only helps to underscore the force of nature we call DC Tech. So that's about it from me. However, on behalf of the Device Lab and all my Canvas co-workers, it's my extreme pleasure to welcome Mayor Gray to our space for the first time.
Thank you. Thank you all very much for having me here today. You have a great pool table. The space itself, I think, symbolizes what is happening in the District of Columbia with technology. I guess it was just about 2 years ago that we went to a meetup at Lisner Auditorium on the campus of George Washington University. And it was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we knew we wanted to do something to try to diversify the economy here in the District of Columbia because this city has forever been relying upon the federal government for its survival and for its future. And it was just a phenomenal presentation. People getting up, basically presenting very novel and creative ideas on how they could solve some of the problems of our society, some of the problems of our city. And the thing that I was struck most by was that as we got towards the end of it, the P Corp, who was actually moderating the event, asked if there were people who were hiring. And I would say, roughly half the people? Roughly half the people said, yeah, we're hiring. Some of them hiring 2, 3, 4 people. And I looked at the number of jobs that were represented in there, and a number of really good paying, creative, challenging jobs, and probably close to 1,000 jobs, 750 to 1,000 jobs in that room, and said, as they had already figured out, it was a good place to be and a good endeavor for us to pursue. So to be able to continue to see what is happening here in the city, to come to spaces like this, to continue to go to meetups, to be involved in, I guess, the Challenge Cup that will be conducted next spring, next April or May, that will bring technology professionals from all over the world to the District of Columbia, really is exciting. And frankly, while it's exciting to hear that we are the biggest device lab, at least on the East Coast, is that right?
Yeah.
I hope hope you will let the folks in Portland and Silicon Valley know we're coming for them. Okay. And again, what a great innovative idea this is, to be able to make devices available to people to come in and use them to continue to develop creative ideas. For those who don't know, we have a very substantial commitment to technology development here in the city and developing technology businesses. And we know what it will do for the city. It will bring additional professionals into the city. Those who are graduating from some of our great universities like Howard, George Washington, American, Georgetown, Trinity, other universities in the city, those folks will be able to find a place to stay in the District of Columbia, be able to find a place to be able to work, an interesting kind of work. It's an exciting time to be in this city. We're going to work hard to try to make sure we support these efforts as much as we possibly can. And that's why I wanted to be here today, to help cut the ribbon on Device Lab. Can we get them to, how about counting down from 5, guys, okay? Ready, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cut.
A Device Lab is a physical location, usually in a co-working space, where developers can come and test apps and websites on a myriad of different devices, because every app and website that you're creating looks and functions differently based on the different device. Every device has its quirk. So what we stand for here is actually like a quality check. People can come in and test on a Nokia or a Windows phone or an Apple and make sure that the product is high quality before it goes back to the client or before it launches to the public.
Hey there, I'm Pete Erickson, and you are watching Frank's World TV.
That's all for this episode of Frank's World TV. Be sure to click like if you like this episode. Also, if you have any comments or questions, also feel free to post those below. And if you're really feeling crazy, click subscribe. If you subscribe, good things will happen in your life. Positive things will flow. There'll be double rainbows and Skittles. No, not really. If you do subscribe, though, you will get a notification of when I post new videos. And here's a spoiler alert. Maybe, just maybe, there's going to be more videos in the future that'll post, well, more often. In fact, if you already are a subscriber, I'd like to thank you very much for subscribing. And you've also got a notification when I post cool videos. Like this. Just chill till the next episode. Thanks, and see you next time on Frank's World TV.